Are you still at work?
Yeah.
You can't be fucking cussing the judge out.
Perhaps she wants to cuss the judge out. How about that?
I have no idea what she's talking about. She's upstairs. I wasn't cussing anybody else.
No, I know you weren't, but she says that you need to, so perhaps she wants to address the court. Mr. Sanchez is checked in. Well, I'm checking him in.
Because I'll note that Stevens, I did not receive a PSI for Justin Stevens. I was unable to contact Mr. Sanchez on the 2013 case. So those are two matters that I don't have any additional information, but I'll absolutely speak with them.
Okay, this shows that it was emailed on January 10th.
On which case, Your Honor?
On Stevens. So just if it doesn't show that, then.
Perhaps it was sent to one of the other attorneys, Judge, but I'm looking under my email regarding Justin Stevens, and generally probation labels their documents.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll let them know to have them resend it to you, please.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, please unmute and turn your camera on.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Good morning. Thank you. All right.
Morning.
I have you checked in, and so I'm just going to have you stay muted for just a moment. I have one other matter, and I'll put you and Mr. Shunke in a breakout room, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Sanchez, did you receive your pre-sentence report from probation as well?
The only thing I received was to show up in court.
Okay. All right. Can you check your email from January 10th, sir, please?
Pardon me?
Can you please check your email from January 10th to see if you've received anything from the probation department, please?
What email do you guys have for me? Because I don't know if you guys have the right email for me, but I can check.
Well, the email we have, STP.
No, that's not my email.
Well, sir, that's the email you provided. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that email.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. I apologize for that.
Sir,
Yes.
you said that's a long time ago. However, you provided that email to probation recently. That is why that is the email they sent it to. We'll have them resend it.
Recently, I was arrested. I didn't put down any email. Man, this probation was a long time ago. I'm not trying to be sarcastic.
Justin Stevens. What? Okay. You were sentenced. You were not sentenced yet because you did not finish your needs assessment. So
My what?
we scheduled it for today. So, sir, what I'm saying is you gave the probation department your email. We didn't just pull it out of thin air or do research to find your email. You gave us your email. So we're going to resend it out.
Okay. I understand that now. I apologize.
So I'm not sure what you're talking about with the probation is old. I don't know what you're talking about.
This probation, for Wyandotte, I haven't been on probation. I don't know how long ago this was.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm looking at Mr. Stevens, not Sanchez. I'm very sorry about that. Yours is a probation violation, not a sentencing. I'm very, very sorry about that.
That's okay.
Mr. Shunke, you stated you didn't receive the report on Mr. Stevens. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor, but also in reviewing, I don't have anything on Anthony Sanchez as well, Your Honor. And I'm looking right now through my email and nothing directed from 27th District Court under the title Anthony Sanchez.
Okay. All right. So I apologize, Mr. Sanchez, for the confusion. I clearly have not had enough of Terry's very strong coffee.
That's okay.
Okay. All right. I will have probation email that to you, Mr. Shunke, on both.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. So just one moment.
Yeah, violation of probation. I didn't know I was on probation.
Anthony, you're good. Take a pause. We'll get back to you.
Oh, sorry.
Are you still at work?
Yeah.
You can't be fucking cussing the judge out.
Perhaps she wants to cuss the judge out. How about that?
I have no idea what she's talking about. She's upstairs. I wasn't cussing anybody else.
No, I know you weren't, but she says that you need to, so perhaps she wants to address the court.
No, ma'am.
I'm not sure if she understands how the court process works, and we're not just sitting here looking at people and not doing work. Let's go on the record in the matter of Anthony Sanchez, 132244. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, on behalf of my client. This time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, your name, please, for the record.
Anthony Sanchez.
All right, and I'm going to state for the record that, yes, Mr. Sanchez, you've been logged in for probably about 45 minutes or so. And the court will also note that your attorney did not receive the information regarding your probation violation. So we had to email that, we needed to have that emailed over to you while I was handling another matter on the record. So the individual that's frustrated with how long you've been on court, perhaps you can explain that to her. So that's what part of the holdup was. In any event, counsel, your client was sentenced to probation a long time ago, about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And there was a probation violation that was scheduled for August 7th of 2023. Your client failed to appear for that, and a warrant was issued. And then at some point he must have been taken into custody, or he was made aware of this warrant, and he contacted probation, and it was scheduled for today's date, where it's alleged that he failed to attend probation, failed to pay, failed to attend workforce, failed to attend outpatient treatment. And this was his conviction for an amended charge of attempt possession of analog, which was amended from a felony possession controlled substance analog. And so, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to review the allegations. My client will not be contesting, so we're prepared to admit responsibility and provide an allocution to the court.
Okay, sir, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony you're about to give in this matter the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. And so you heard the allegation that was placed on the record, correct?
Yes.
And I asked that allegation, how do you plead?
No contest.
No, you're going to be admitting responsibility, which means you'll be pleading guilty to the violations that we do.
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right. And you've gone over your advice of rights with your attorney for probation violation purposes, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all of that, correct?
I do.
All right. You also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, and that the recommendation here is for probation to be revoked. 45 days jail and probation violation fee. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing all of that, do you want to continue with your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea today, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, counsel, if you can please go to your client.
Yes, you recall that you were put on probation for a 2013 case, correct,
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez? And you agree that you did not pay the cost of fines. At this point, the balance is $850, correct?
Correct.
And furthermore, you were ordered to complete days on the workforce, which is community service for the court, and you'd agree that you did not comply with that order, correct?
Correct.
You failed to attend the counseling that was ordered by the court, correct?
Correct.
And then lastly, you failed to report on probation on November 6th and November 18th of 2014. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied that the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violations. Technical violations number 1 through 4 will enter. And counsel?
Your Honor, I'd ask that you consider that this is a 2013 case. I've had an opportunity to talk about the matter with my client. He indicated that he was going through a very tumultuous period in his life in which he did have other charges, he did have other probationary terms, and with no aggressive excuse. He's apologetic for losing track of this case. However, he has turned the corner. He has a strong family support system. He is gainfully employed. He found out about this ticket or this violation recently when it came to his attention regarding some sort of traffic stop in which he was not the aggressor, and no charges stem from this. Judge, in this circumstance, I would respectfully request that my client be put on a payment plan, understanding that the probation will be terminated as it simply cannot exist anymore as it is a 12-year-old case. But if it is the goal of the court to collect the $850, I know that Mr. Sanchez would be very eager to be put on a payment plan. He gets paid on Monday coming up. I believe that would be Monday, January 20th. He'd like to make his first payment on that date. I'd ask that we have a jail review date within 30 days to see what progress he's made towards completing the terms, the financial responsibilities to the court. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, sir, I just need to clarify a couple things here. So you were charged with a felony in this court. And on June 17th of 2014, I'm sorry, June 26th of 2014, you pled guilty to a reduced misdemeanor charge. And then it appears as though you failed to appear for sentencing shortly after that. And then at some point, well, you walked in with attorney Aaliyah Hakeem, July 25th of 2014, and had a new sentencing date of August 6th of 2014.
Yes, ma'am. I had moved out of state. I moved to Georgia.
You moved to Georgia. Okay. Did you notify probation of that move?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, that's another violation that wasn't addressed, but in any event, how long were you in Georgia?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. So, okay, so then you came back to Michigan.
Yes, ma'am. I got my life together. I have a daughter. I have a job. I have a home. I have a family, and I live a different life now. It was a car accident that I was hit on the day about 2 weeks ago, and the driver took off. And the police had came and helped me out, and they arrested me and impounded my car. And that's when I found out about this more.
Okay.
So that's the reason yesterday, and I'm trying to get my car fixed today. I do accept all responsibility, and I do want to get this paid off and taken care of.
All right, well, I'm showing, since you were sentenced to probation that you didn't do anything on and even left the state, moved out of state for a while. In 2017, felony controlled substance, pled guilty. In 2015, operating while licensed. Okay, let's see here. Then we have another one in 15, Livingston County, driving a license suspended, bench warrant issued.
Yes.
2016 out of Dearborn, assault and battery, pled guilty.
That's what I'm on probation for right now. And I have.
I'm sorry, I'm not done. 2017, 23rd District Court failed to stop at the scene of a personal injury accident, pled guilty. 2018, you were found not guilty of those charges for the felony armed robbery, home invasion first, and assault intention, great bodily harm less than murder. However, 2 weeks later, you pled no contest to felony assault intention, great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation, jail 1 year, probation 3 years, and the other matters were dismissed. And then in 2020, in 23rd District Court, you were bound over on a felony domestic violence third offense notice. What happened with that?
That's where I'm at right now. I'm on probation. I do show up for probation every month. I take random drug tests. I've finished domestic violence. I've got my license back. I've got a job back, and I do make payments to the MDOC. I work every day, and I just stay at home. I also have finished. I've been in rehab. I have certificates for rehab, and I've finished my domestic violence classes for my felony probation.
Okay, sir, I'm glad to hear that. That's good. Good, steps in the right direction. However, you have this matter here reduced to a misdemeanor. So you have the benefit of not having a felony on your record. You had it reduced to a misdemeanor. You completely blew off this court, and then you went and committed additional crimes, and you're on probation with those matters. And so you cannot tell me that you were unaware of this matter at all. Number one, sir, number one, you had an attorney that you came in for with your sentencing. So you knew what your requirements were. You left the state of Georgia and you came back to Michigan. You've had multiple police contacts, multiple times you've been on probation with other courts, that I know you were informed of those warrants, sir. So to tell this court that you were unaware of that is disingenuous.
No, I wasn't unaware. One time I was arrested for this about 2 years ago. I'd never received any paperwork in the mail because I've lived in multiple houses. This is the only time that I ever was arrested and got paperwork in the mail and addressed it. And
Okay, so let me just clarify. When an individual moves around, the court doesn't have the means to chase that person around wherever they're moving. It is that person's responsibility to notify the court of their new address. It is that person's responsibility to contact the court, stay in communication with the court to determine when your court date is.
yes, ma'am, I understand that, and that's why I'm here today.
Well, that's great, but I'm going to say this, sir. You did 0 with probation. I'm glad you're doing with probation with the other courts. That's great. And you're paying the MDOC, but you haven't done one thing with this court. Nothing.
And that's what I'm trying to take care of today.
Where are you working?
I work at L. George's, Coney Island in Wayne on Michigan Avenue. I've been there for almost 2 years.
Well, sir, you're going to have to arrange with your job so that you can arrange for some time. The court's going to order the following. The court's going to revoke your probation, close the case without improvement. I'm not suggesting, sir, you haven't made improvements to your life. However, there are matters here that you did not take care of, you did not comply with, or whatnot. So for that reason, probation's revoked and your case is closed without improvement. I don't find it necessary to duplicate these conditions with the other matters you're currently on probation for. $50 probation violation fee. The court's going to order 45 days jail. The court's going to suspend 35 days. You're to serve 10.
Your Honor, may my client have a report date, please?
Yes. Sir, how much time do you need to notify court or notify your employer that you need some time off work?
Probably at least the rest of this week.
So if you talk to your boss and then you report on January 24th, would that be sufficient? That's a week from Friday?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm suspending 35. What type of payment plan are you proposing, sir?
Pardon me?
What type of payment plan are you proposing?
How
Balance of $1,230.
much I plan on paying next Monday? I plan on paying $200.
$200?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's do $200 per month. So the court's not open on the 20th for the holiday, so how about beginning the 21st,
Okay.
which is Tuesday? All right.
Okay.
Okay, sir, good luck to you. Make sure you're compliant with all that. Make sure you're reporting to probation so they can give you your report date. And if there's a payment missed without communication to the court, then that 35 days will be served.
There will not be. I promise you that.
Sir, if something happens, right, because you're going to be off work for 10 days and you can't do the March payment or the February payment, just communicate with the court.
That's what I'm going to have to do, because if I have to serve 10 days in jail, I'm going to lose probably my job.
Well, that's what I asked if you could speak to your boss. Okay. Good luck to you,
So
sir.
exactly
Oh,
What day am I to turn myself in?
the 25th. I'm sorry,
25th.
the 24th. A week from Friday.
Okay,
So
I'll
make sure,
make it ring.
email into probation by 10:45 and they can get you set up with they can give you the information regarding all that, okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.